to Channel V News. I'm your host, Laura Conroy. I hope everyone had a great weekend and is excited for the week ahead. Last week, we locked up 47 starts. We have 320 openings and are going into this week with 60 finals. As we saw on Friday, Jeremy Binding out of Boston was promoted to account manager and John Winslow to professional recruiter out of Hartford. Congrats to you both. Now over to Meg with some weather updates. Meg?
Thanks so much, Laura, for weather. It is raining sales contest. Actually, Josie Smoose out of Denver hit her 7th sales contest. Sarah Ballard, my girl, ended up hitting her 8th sales contest. Lindsay Heaton, also out of St. Louis, hit her 5th lead recruiting contest. Courtney Luther, everyone's favorite lifestyle broadcaster, but also our newest director of development, hit her 13th sales contest. Hillary Throckmorton, an AGB account manager in Boston, hit her 3rd sales contest. And Brittany Blaze hit her 4th pro contest out in Denver. Come yourself. What I absolutely love about all of these is really just the partnership between sales and recruiting. Especially Sarah and Lindsay out of St. Louis hitting their contest on the same week. And same thing with Josie and Brittany. Talk about partnership. Way to bring it. I absolutely love it. And also for a personal milestone, out in Denver, Jackie Nolan got engaged. So congratulations, everybody. Cannot wait to see more people hitting up their contests the next few weeks and months to come. But that is weather, and I'm going to pass it along to Jordan.
Thanks, Meg. We now come to you with stories of those who stayed the course. We all know things are a little harder right now, but these individuals pushed through and got some amazing results. Our first story is out of Boston with Molly Clark and our very own Keith Simpson. They were working on a security engineer rec and had multiple candidates interview when suddenly the manager changed the rec. Keith, Molly, and Grace got back on another phone call with the manager to make sure that they would deliver on what he needed. Next thing, Keith found George, he interviewed, got the offer, and they locked it up for $2,000 in spread. Keith, shout out to you for that partnership and dedication to make sure you delivered on this rec. And Grace, shout out for being the example of leadership is here to serve, joining both requals and making sure that everyone had the support they needed to make this happen. Pulling together like this is exactly what will get us through these challenging times together. Next, we turn to St. Louis, where Lexi Madonia and Lindsay Heaton were given the opportunity to backfill one of Lexi's candidates. Lindsay kept recruiting until 6:30 at night when she found the perfect candidate, called Lexi, who then dropped everything to screen the candidate on the spot and get her submitted that night. The candidate then interviewed 2 days later, at which point they locked it up. Way to cherish that rec by showing sense of urgency and amazing customer service. Hopefully these stories give you a little bit of inspiration and motivation as we move into another week of work from home.
Good morning. Today on Luther Cooks with Heart, we are going to try the internet craze whipped coffee. So you 3 tablespoons of instant coffee or espresso. I only had espresso. And now we whip. I have an electric mixer, so I'm using that, but this would be a great opportunity to get your workout on and hand whip it until it gets light and frothy. You can see how light in color it's getting. You can see it's really light and fluffy. I'm gonna add a dash of cinnamon and a little vanilla extract and mix to combine. All right, so once you're done, it looks all nice and fluffy like this. Simply get a big spoon and dollop it into your glass filled with ice and milk of your choice. We've got whole milk here. You could do almond milk. And right before your very eyes, ladies and gentlemen, you have a nice whipped coffee. Thank you, Internet. So check us out on Luther Cooks with Heart for this recipe and more. Have a great week.
Thanks, Luther. Yet another delicious recipe that I'm going to have to give a go, as I'm a massive caffeine and coffee lover, like I know much of our IG fam is. Anyways, guys, let's dive into it. The hashtag Be the Light Play of the Week. This is Tom Peters, aka Tommy Turtleneck, just in case you don't know by now. This one's going to have to go back to Boston, to the power combo of Jake Wisball, one of our newest 15K pros, and Hillary Throckmorton, who just hit her third contest. You guys are both able to knock down these impressive milestones while being a light for your contractor. So they were able to actually raise over $1,000 from the Boston office in well under 24 hours. He's actually with the National Guard, helping in Boston with other military and police members to stand on the front lines and help battle COVID and help other patients. They're running low on supplies. Hillary and Jake pitched a great story and got everyone fired up. So hashtag Be the Light Play has to go to the both of you and the Boston office. Congratulations. Now, before we dive into the top 5, I do want to give an honorable mention to Nikki Nevins. She is an account manager out of Hartford in the IT division, and she was able to have 12 meetings, 3 of them new. She locked up 3 starts, and she had 8 interviews off. Hoping there's going to be a lot of spread locked up in the next couple of weeks for you, Nikki. Congrats, and congrats to Boston, and most importantly, Jake and Hillary for that hashtag Be the Light Play of the week. Can't wait to see who's next week. Keith, you know what time it is. Time to kick it to the top 5.
Thanks, Tom. Coming in at number 5, Emily Giametti, an account manager out of Boston. She had 17 meetings off. 5 of those were new meetings, and she added a new top 20 while walking in a start for $650 in spread. She also set 4 new meetings, has 3 final interviews already on the books for this week, and is walking in 3 starts on Monday for $2,600 in spread. Unbelievable, Emily. That's awesome. Great week. Coming in at number 4, Tamar Toomey Wins Merhab. She's a professional recruiter out of Boston, IGT. She had 14 submittals, 2 interviews off, locked up a start for $1,000, as well as walked in a start for $1,000, and both of those starts were rehires. That's awesome. Great work, Tamar. Coming in at number 3, Lainey Gunther, an IGB professional recruiter out of Denver. She had 45 CPFs, 10 submittals, 6 interviews off, 4 hot leads, 9 in-houses, 6 reference checks, and locked up 3 starts for $1,800 in spread. That's unbelievable, Lainey. That's a terrific week. Coming in at number 2, Merrick Harris, an IGT account manager out of Denver. He locked up 4 starts for over $4,600 in spread this past week and drove 9 P-Zone submittals to his recs. That's a great week, Merrick. That's a great week. But that sound is time for the number 1 performer of the week. And it's actually going to be performers once again. It's going to go to Team Para, also known as Team America in Denver. As a team, they had 8 locks for $7,800 in spread, and they have 8 finals for this coming week, while walking in 10 starts on Monday for over $11K in spread. That's awesome, Team Para. Team America in my book as well. Back to you.
Another great show. Once again, tune in next week for more tea about Flying V.